So it's been a little while since I've done a product review. Um, haven't had the money to buy anything nice and neat. Christmas is coming, so hopefully I will get something really nice for Christmas that I can review. But what I have bought, because of all the wood projects I'm working on, I did get some clamps. And I'm going to show you just a little bit about these. There's not much to show, but these all came from Harbor Freight. They weren't very expensive, but they're good for light duty stuff, and let me show you about them. First set I got were these right here, because I was working on several jewelry boxes, and the only clamps I had were these. And they're good clamps, very long, kind of heavy, but they were more than I needed for the small boxes I was putting together. So I picked these up. Very simple. They have a trigger that draws and closes, and you have a little push piece back here that opens it back up. So it's got a fair amount of strength. I've been warned by a family member not to clamp them too tight because you can actually strip them out, but I mean, that's not too bad right there. It's enough for the projects I'm doing. Nothing big it can't hold, but so big a project. But it's working well from what I'm doing. Easy to do one-handed. You hold on to what you're doing and clamp it in. So far I've been satisfied. I haven't overdone them. Then I had an even smaller project I wanted to do, and I went back and got these guys. And I want to say these were about $3 or $4. This was probably around the same, maybe $2 or $3. It's a much smaller one. It has the trigger thing too, but it kind of works in reverse from the other one. And they have a little button here to slide it open. A little button right here, and then again, you just crank it closed. I only used these once so far, but again, it's the slidey type. There's no ratcheting. This is a smooth bar, so you wouldn't want to put it down real tight. You'll probably break it. But it's inexpensive and good for small parts. And then I went back because this proved to be just a little too short for something I always want to clamp. And so I went to get another one, and I should have maybe took this with me as a size comparison because I got a bigger one. And I really didn't mean to get one this big, especially since I have the other solid, well, not solid metal, but actually, this is actually slightly longer than what I had. But I've already bought it. Again, it's the trigger style, so you just pump the trigger to close in on things. And I haven't used that but once or twice, and I've used them a lot for these jewelry boxes. I think this was one of the ones this wasn't quite big enough for. So I went back and got this monstrosity. But it's good for, you know, you want to glue some sides together and you're holding the piece, and there you go. Is it completely rigid? No, I can get it loose, but it's good enough for a small jewelry box. So Harbor Freight, only a few dollars for each one. I want to say, like again, 2 or 3 for this, 3 or 4 for that. And these large ones I got for just under $5. I had a 20% off coupon. They're fairly easy to find with Harbor Freight, and why not? So if you're looking for some inexpensive clamps to do small jobs, not want to spend a lot of money, if you're the kind of person that does the occasional odd end project and don't want to go out and buy very expensive clamps that you're barely going to use. These things from Harbor Freight are not bad. If it's a big job and you've got to have something that'll hold tight and not let go, I'm not sure I'd recommend these. They might do the job. I haven't pushed them that far, but they're plastic. This bar seems to be some sort of, well, I'm not sure if it's metal or a fiberglass. It's pretty solid, but the rest of it is completely plastic. So I could see it breaking under a lot of stress. But for the small things that I'm doing, it's working just fine. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. And please give me a thumbs up.